Hello, this is Annalisa from Faith Dream Create, and welcome back to my channel. Today I have two cards for you. I'm going to be creating two thank you cards with some alcohol inked backgrounds. So I'm going to create two cards with one alcohol inked panel. So I'm pulling out my alcohol inks now, and I'm going to get started and create the background. So I just went ahead and pulled out some oranges and yellows to create this background. I'm trying to experiment and do different background colors. I don't have a ton of alcohol ink in my collection. I'm slowly collecting it, but I'm enjoying experimenting and using all of the different colors and trying out different palettes. So I was going for like the summer vibe. I'm feeling the summer colors, so that's why I chose the yellows and the oranges. So just blending them all together here, getting some down on the Yippo paper, and I will go ahead and use the blending solution as well, and then the ink blower to create this background. What I love about alcohol inks is you never really know what it's going to turn out like. You just have to keep going with it until you are satisfied with it. It's just a fun experiment as the colors mix together and create a really, really fun background. So I just kept playing with this until I was happy with it, adding more color here and there, more blending solution. So as we continue this process, I just want to let you know that in all of my videos, all of the supplies that I use in the video are linked down below in the description box for you to get a closer look at if you would like. So I love that there's only a few colors going on here. You can definitely add more colors and have a lot of variety, but I really feel like this card is very summery, like I was saying before. So I'm getting this background all done, and then I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit more to this background and actually use a die cut and die cut out the sentiment, the thank you sentiment, with the Lawn Fawn thank you die. I forget what it's called, but it's like they're big and bold dies. I will have all of the supplies linked down below with all of the names. So the background is done, and I just love the shiny effect of the Yippo paper. It adds to that sunny, summery effect. So as you can see, I've went ahead and used that thank you die from Lawn Fawn, ran it through the Big Shot, and so I'm using this part, the negative part, and putting back in the bits and pieces here to create the negative effect, and then the second card will be done with the actual die cut that came out of there. So gluing all these little itty bitty pieces back in, and then I'm going to add some outlining to the thank you to make it stand out a little bit more, because I felt like I was losing it a little bit within the orange background and the white. And I wanted to keep it white, but I definitely feel like you could maybe take a black marker or even just a black glitter pen and just go in there very carefully and make this bold. Or you could even pop some black cardstock in behind, or any other color you'd like, and that would make it stand out even more. There's definitely a lot you could do with this to make the thank you stand out more, but I do like the simplicity of the white as well. But there is no right way to do this. This is just the way I did it, and you could definitely take this card and switch it up and create it the way you like. So I'm just going ahead and trimming off the extra from the card base, and then I'm going to go ahead and add in the details. So getting out a spectrum marker, I chose to go in with more orange just to make this pop and to finish up the letters. I feel like this part didn't turn out super great. It was very hard to get into all of the areas without adding too much of a thin or too thick of an outline, because I wanted that white to be there. But I still think it turned out fun. And you just have to keep on going and keep on creating and enjoy the process. Like I was saying earlier, you could definitely come in with a black marker or just like a black thin pen to outline that as well to make it stand out. I think that would have looked really great. This is what I chose to do. And I really do like how it turns out in the end. Every time you create a card, it's going to look different, and sometimes you're not going to be happy with it, but you just got to keep on going and enjoy the creative process. So now I'm just adding in some sparkles with the Spectrum Noir clear overlay pen. There's so many names to say in these videos. Then I felt like this card needed a little bit more, so we are bringing in the pops of color here in orange, and I put it everywhere. And this added a fun texture to the card. I also used the yellow pops of color. So at first I was thinking I'm just going to do a line across the card on the top and the bottom, but then I was like, no, it needs more. So I just started adding it everywhere, and I just think that this added the finishing touch it needed, and I like how it turned out. I love the 3D effect of the pops of color, and so as I was going ahead and adding them in, I slowly did it, and I flicked the back of the card base to get these dots to go flatter. And you could even definitely come in with the pops of color and even outline the thank you so that it was like had a 3D effect as well. You don't have to just do dots with the pops of color. There's so many ways of using these. But yeah, I love the texture that this brings and that extra 3D-ness, bringing in those colors, and I feel like the pops of color matched these alcohol ink colors so well. So moving on to the second card. Once I get over the shiny super duper effect of the first card. So this is the die cut from the other card that you saw. So for this card, I decided to keep it super simple. I just wanted a white background, but I wanted it to be different. So I took the Spectrum Noir glitter marker. It is the clear overlay pen, and I just put that on the white background. Colored it with the glitter, all the glitter, and I'm going to make this white card base all glittery and shiny. And then I'm going to go ahead and pop that thank you die cut right on top and add a few finishing touches, and that will be the second card. You could go so many different directions with this die cut, but I really like how this one turned out. Let me know down below in the comments which one is your favorite. And I hope you are enjoying your summer or are looking forward to summer. It's not officially summer, but I'm all ready for the summer. We just wrapped up our homeschool year here with my kiddos, and we are ready to take a break, do a few school things here and there, but enjoy the sun when it comes. It's supposed to rain all next week, which is not exciting, but that's okay. It happens. But yeah, I hope that you can find time to rest this summer and enjoy creating in your craft room, whatever that looks like. But we're just getting this sentiment glued down using the Bearly Art Glue to do this. And then we can keep on moving on and finish up this card. Here we go. So I feel like you could just totally leave this the way it is. It's shiny. You have the clear sparkle in the background and the shiny Yupo paper alcohol ink. But I brought those pops of color back in, and I'm just adding a line of dots across the bottom and the top like I was originally thinking to do in the first card. Flicking it to make the dots flatter and adding a fun effect to this card as well. And that will finish up the card once these dots are all flat. And yes, super shiny, super fun. Thank you so much for watching today's video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. I've got lots more videos coming your way, and I'll see